Okay, Deer Creek, Madison, and Tippecanoe Township advisory boards and trustees are opening the meeting at 12:30 on December 10th, 2025. I know you're all happy to be here. We have three resolutions. That A, we need to vote on a new name for the merged township. B, we need to vote on where our financial institution is going to be, which bank we're going to bank at. C, the third resolution is the representation of the Fire Territory Executive Board. What I mean by that is currently, the way that the agreement is written up, it's a 5-member board. It is the trustee from each of the 3 townships. It is the mayor, and it is the clerk treasurer. And going to a merged unit, it would look like 1 trustee, 1 mayor, and 1 clerk. And all 3 of us are from Deer Creek Township. So I don't think that's fair representation. Going forward, the trustee could be from any of the 3 townships, but right now, not great. And it would be a bigger problem if I lived within city limits. That would be 3 people from the city of Delphi, not anywhere in the fire territory. So the remedy to that, we worked with the attorney, Jeff Bellamy. If anyone has questions, he volunteered to be on the phone to answer any questions in this meeting. But with the representation, how it is written up, I will read this 8-page document. Exciting in just a minute. What it looks like right now is keep the clerk, keep the mayor, the trustee, and then the 2 advisory board members, not from this. So each geographical township area will be represented. So going into this, what it looks like is I would be the representation for Deer Creek Township. Marcia would be Tippecanoe, and Dan LePage would be Madison. So what that means is at every executive board meeting, you guys will be here and represent and listen and vote once a month. Fun times. So that's what that resolution looks like. So I think we're going to start with the name of okay. And I think I have enough of these. Okay. Do you want me to read it, or does everyone want to read it individually? It's going to be the same amount of time.
You can read it.
Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna pass yours to your board. Okay? So I have enough copies. Maybe you guys and you guys. Okay. Resolution of the board of the Tippecanoe Township Board, Carroll County. Oh, sorry. They're for each one. I have one for each of you. What's the line on each of yours?
For the current board.
That's Madison. Tippecanoe on ours, I think.
It says Madison. Well, yeah.
Hang on. This is
Yep, there's
Madison.
Madison.
I'm stealing yours to go to Tippecanoe Township Board. And what does yours say, Marcia?
I gave it to you.
Oh, you gave it to me. Well, look at that.
This is a merged one.
What is the deal? Okay, so they're all together in one, and we each have to sign them. Is what I'm. Did I mix them up? Probably. So, hang on.
Modify the fire territory. You're not doing that.
No. Did I pass the wrong one out? This is a bank account. Okay, I'm gonna collect those. Starting off.
He just started reading.
We're starting off strong. To modify the board. Township. The name. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we're going to try it again. 1, 2, I don't make any promises this time either. Consent resolution of the board of the Tippecanoe Township Board, Carroll County, Indiana, to adopt the name of the Tri-Township. This is the same thing. The board of Tippecanoe Township, Carroll County, duly met. What am I doing? Why are these not in order?
This is Madison.
This one says Madison.
I got Deer Creek.
Well, we've got all the creeks, I guess.
Resolution of the board of
merge Deer Creek, Tippecanoe, Madison Township Board, Carroll County, Indiana, to adopt name to try.
Yeah, okay, so we're just going to insert whatever board you're on is what you should read into this beginning.
Says Madison.
So,
Yeah, read here.
we met at the duly called and authorized meeting of the board held on the date set below. Such meeting being pursuant to the notice stating the time, place, and purpose of the meeting received by all board members, and the following resolution was made, seconded, and adopted by a majority of the meeting of those present at the meeting, which constituted a legal quorum of the board. Whereas on October 29th, 2025, Madison, Tippecanoe, and Deer Creek Townships, via their respective townships boards, elected to merge their respective units pursuant to Indiana Code 36-1.5-1-1. Whereas, pursuant to Code 36-1.5-1, the prior merged units cease to exist and the merged township government's effective date will be January 1st, 2026. Whereas, at the October 29, 2025 merger meeting, the respective boards of the merged townships selected the initial board of the merged townships as follows. For former Deer Creek Township, John Michael Beal. Former Madison Township, Dan LePage. For former Tippecanoe Township, Marcia Jura. Whereas, to avoid confusion with the prior merged townships, the Deer Creek Township Board, along with the merged Township Board, joined by resolution pursuant to the Indiana Code 36-1-3 and agree that the merged township should adopt the name Tri-Township, Carroll County, Indiana. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the merged board of the former Deer Creek, Tippecanoe, Madison Township shall going forward be known as Tri-Township, Carroll County, Indiana, and that the trustee shall take all the actions necessary to accomplish the purpose of this resolution cited in part here. Pretty much, instead of being called Deer Creek, Madison, Tippecanoe Township, we're going to be Tri-Township. So, I need a motion, a second, and a vote. Is there a motion?
I move to accept the new name of the Township.
There is a motion to accept the name as Tri-Township going forward. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
So that's what you decided to be called.
Is anyone just, we can, if someone has a better name that their heart is set on, we can cross it out and go for it.
There aren't any other tries that are going to be coming up.
Well, no, because we would be,
I know, there are
Yep.
other mergers that are in force now are coming on.
But we'd be the only one.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Carol.
We've got this locked down, but
Yeah,
yeah, I wonder if there's other three coming up.
Would be like Tri-Township Township?
Nope.
Like you say Deer Creek Township, it'd be Tri-Township Township?
no,
Oh, I
no,
see.
it's just, so our name would be Tri, like, instead of Deer Creek.
Okay.
It's, yeah, it's like the fire territory, it keeps it consistent with,
Historically, we've been called Tri-Township as the three of us, even before the territory.
mhm,
Because we bought, apparatus for the
right.
fire department years ago.
As good as any, I guess.
We're the third in the state, Tri-Township Fire Department, so it's maybe, I don't know. So, we will proceed to vote. All in favor,
I just don't like it. That's all right.
you can say nay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carries. So, I need, this is Tippecanoe Township Board.
Okay, thank you.
This is Tippecanoe.
That's Deer Creek.
Deer Creek.
And this one is Merge Township.
Okay.
I
So,
gotta sign that one. You gotta sign this one. And then I'd also have to sign that one as well.
What do you need?
okay. And then you guys sign that.
Yeah,
Yes.
this one.
Okay, you guys are the board.
And that
Yeah.
one,
I
the
need
three
you
of
to
us
sign.
need to sign
Yep.
it.
I'm gonna go in name order. This is the merged board, same document, just for the merged board.
You can date it.
Well, it would be that one, and then what do you call it?
So it's not good.
And then, okay.
Ken, I think.
Nope, not you, not on that one. Sorry.
That's just Dan.
Trying to keep it straight.
Dan's the man plan.
Marcia, if she could sign the merged version of that. And then Dwayne. Do you know what resolution number this is for you this year?
Maybe it'll be short.
Okay.
And then I just need Dwayne's signature here.
What's the last one?
That's not spelled right.
Does it matter?
No.
For appropriation of tax rates.
Okay.
What was, we have the resolution.
Yes, each township had to do it and then we have to do the merged township thing. So I don't think that.
We'll be out of top 10 for long.
You don't want me to.
I didn't even think about needing.
If we go into the township emails,
We'll run this. Oh, do you have your other,
Yeah, but.
do you have your board?
I mean, yeah, they
Like the
can look
merged
like
board,
two
just your
beers.
board.
Well,
well, we're trying to figure out what
Beth
number
has
one.
one, I'm trying to figure
No,
out.
that's
Okay.
fine.
For the name.
I totally agree.
The name?
Yes, as long as you have it and it's signed, I'll just make sure I collect it at the end.
Okay, we're trying to find a number.
No one can
Should we get back to
I
that?
don't
We
Yeah.
don't know what number to
I
have.
did too.
Yeah, if you, yeah, do you want me to just collect it and then you can?
Yeah.
Text me or
My ISO is always got.
I'll make copies because I'll have to scan it to send it to
If
you.
you scan it and send it to me, then I can
Okay.
put it on the paper for the green book and also send it.
When we signed the resolution,
Somebody who just stole this from
Not moving.
Morgan, do you know when we signed the
Then they
resolutions
won.
to merge and to do our,
October 29th.
did we do our
But
own?
they won last.
So we didn't have a resolution.
110 to something. So they turned right back.
We signed a resolution, we signed a resolution to merge.
They must
So
have
that,
heard
that
it.
resolution, yeah,
Yeah.
or the first part of November.
Totally got rattled, they couldn't.
It was October 29th.
True.
I didn't write a number down though.
Did I
just
take
said
this
we
from
signed
anybody?
a resolution.
Out of one of the, this one's yours, I think, wasn't it, was
Well,
Rich?
I'll trade you.
I don't know whose it was, it was here.
All right, I'm gonna,
That's Joanna Abbott's, it says on it.
I have all my emails on my phone, on my computer.
okay, this is another one I believe for the merged boards, but we're all gonna talk about it. So in this part with the financial institution, as of January 1st, we are not combining our bank accounts into one that exists currently. We're starting fresh. We'll have the accountant tell us the logistics of it, and we will transfer all of our money to one place. So I forget what I told her. I think Dwayne and I both bank at First Financial, so that's what we're discussing is First Financial, or you guys do Security Federal. So in the simplicity of things, I would like to keep it there just until I can get my feet under me and figure it out. But we don't have to do that. So this is what we're going to be talking about with the merged board. Resolution of the Township Board of Merged Deer Creek, Madison, and Tippecanoe Township, Carroll County, Indiana, authorizing the opening of a bank account. The Township Board of Merged Deer Creek, Madison, and Tippecanoe Townships, aka Tri-Township, Carroll County, Indiana. The board met at a duly called and authorized meeting of the board on the date set forth below. Such meeting being called pursuant to the notice stating the time, place, and purpose of the meeting received by all board members and published according to statute. And the following resolutions were made, seconded, and adopted by those present at the meeting, which constituted a majority of the board. Whereas Indiana Code 5-13-7-6 provides that a local board of finance must be selected and pursuant to the requirement of the merged board, township board, name itself, to act as the local board of finance for 2026, and the officers of the township board shall be the officers of the board of finance. What that means is every January when we have our first meeting and we say we vote on officers, a chairman and a secretary, then we also vote on a board of finance chairman and secretary as well. It's all on the advisory board, but there's a distinction. So that's what it's saying. We have all of those. So I'll continue. Whereas the township board, acting in its own authority as the board of finance for the township, finds that it is necessary and prudent that the township be permitted to use First Financial Bank with the location at 215 East Main Street in Delphi as the depository of the merged townships. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the township trustee be and is hereby authorized and empowered to use First Financial Bank as a depository of the merged township and do all of the other things necessary to fulfill the purpose of this resolution. So, that's what we need. That's what we need to vote on.
So it'll be, you'll be opening up a whole new account.
Yes.
Your account that you have now will be closed out, dumped into that one,
Yes.
correct?
And that is, the accountant will tell us all of the steps to do that because each of us have to do that in tandem to put all of it into a new account. We couldn't open the new account until A, we had a name, B, we voted on where we were going, C, I have an EIN number. I have to,
Did you get it?
no, I'm still waiting on them. They said, I'll tell you about it. We're not real fast with the government. So, at a government meeting, that's what so, is anyone opposed to us using First Financial as a bank?
Didn't we do a question?
Yeah.
Do you get charged for
No.
your service
I don't.
checking?
Mm-mm.
Do you get interest?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and my next comment to that is, if once we are set up, if a different bank has better
Rates.
CDs and rates, we can keep the checking there and move investments to Security Federal, to Indiana Bank, but to different places, and we can do those resolutions as we go. But right now, for the sake of simplicity,
So you don't have any CDs or anything, everything's in your checking?
I have a money market.
Oh,
There.
that
Mhm.
Over there.
Yes. So, any
So like, they have stuff in the Indiana board, do they gotta pull
Indiana
that
Bank
out?
bond,
Yeah, they gotta pull that out, or how's that work?
it would be an asset. Do you have Indiana?
No.
We trust
Trust
Indiana.
Indiana.
Trust Indiana.
Trust
I'm
Indiana.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Trust Indiana.
I know
But
that-
that
We
would
just
be
transfer
the name of it, wouldn't we?
just like start a different account and just leave it there?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, we're just. This is just the depository where we're putting our deposits, where we're putting our checking.
Checks.
Like that's what this is for. Because I don't think that's.
Would be the same.
Do you want me to
See,
call?
we have a flex CD at Security Federal,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have 2 accounts at Trust Indiana, which is just a savings, but I can talk to them about just, like get your EIN and
Mm-hmm.
just make you a new thing there,
Right.
and just,
And I think, yeah, as long as all of our checking, because that would be more of an asset. That's not a checking depository
Right,
account.
right.
Is that,
It's earning some good interest.
okay. So. Okay. So is there a motion to use First Financial Bank in Delphi?
I moved to use First Financial in Delphi.
Okay, there is a motion. Is there a second? Okay, there's a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Does that have to be just from the boards or any of us?
This is the merged board.
So
Wayne can't
that's-
second, have to be given Marcia.
If we want to be really technical, that's true.
I'll second.
Okay, Dan LePage seconded the motion. Any further discussion? This is not concrete for the rest of the span of time. It's just so we can get something set up and,
Keep going.
yeah, figuring it out. So, okay, this is just for merge board to vote on. So, John, Michael, Marcia, and Dan, we're going to vote real quick. All in favor of using First Financial, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carries. Okay, so
So then,
this would be the first resolution of a merged board. No, it'd be the second because the first would be the name. So this would be 20. Okay. So
so the name is by different township?
Yeah, that was,
This would
that
be
was
the
our
merge.
township.
Then you signed the one and it was the merge one. Then you 2025.
okay, there's that.
You gonna bring that in for us? Just get out of line.
Only have one resolution.
dated.
The 10th, yes, it is dated. And that is the second resolution of the merged board. This is Madison. This is Deer Creek. Okay, so we are going to move on to the territory agreement amendment. That's Madison, Tippecanoe, and Tippecanoe. Okay. This is the second part. There's a couple parts to this. I'm sorry, I looked at you and hated Madison. There is this, there is this, there is this. So we're gonna vote as a whole, and then the merged board, and we have a different resolution to send to the city as well. So we're gonna work our way through it. If anyone has questions, I do too. We'll get through it. Okay. Resolution of the Board of the Delphi Tri-Township Fire Territory Board, Carroll County, Indiana, to modify the Fire Territory Agreement. The Executive Board of the Delphi Tri-Township Fire Territory, Carroll County, Indiana, the board met at a duly called and authorized meeting the board held on the date set forth below. Such meeting being called pursuant to the notice stating the time, place, and purpose of the meeting by all board members, and the following resolution was made, seconded, and adopted by a majority of those present at the meeting, which constituted a legal quorum of the board. Whereas on October 29, 2025, Madison, Tippecanoe, and Deer Creek Townships, via their respective township boards, elected to merge in their respective units pursuant to Indiana Code 36-1.5-1-1. Whereas on December 3rd, 2025, the Territory Executive Board met at a duly called meeting and heard comments concerning the township merger and that corrective and conforming changes needed to be made to the existing fire territory agreement recorded March 31st, 2016, instrument number 201-600-1092. The board heard and discussed these changes, determined that they were necessary to modify the agreement to conform to the changes in the merged township and were appropriate to maintain proper administration of the territory and adequate representation of the area originally included in the territory. Good. Whereas no other changes in service or boundaries are contemplated, the revision shall not be construed as a dissolution and does not require disposition of equipment. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Executive Board of the Delphi Tri-Township Fire take all actions necessary to update and amend the agreement for establishment of the Delphi Tri-Township Fire Territory to reflect the following revisions. This is the important part. The old part, Section 9 of the agreement, is deleted, which states, I'm reading the old portion, the territory shall have an executive board consisting of the executive of each participating unit and the fifth member, who shall be the Delphi City Clerk Treasurer. All meetings of the executive board shall comply with provisions of the open door law in Indiana. The executive board shall have the authority provided in this agreement and shall review the budget and advise the provider unit on all fiscal matters. So the old was stating that the executive from each participating unit. The participating unit is set out earlier in the agreement as the 3 townships and the city of Delphi. And then we added the 5th member, which is the city clerk treasurer, because her or that position's input is important in financial matters. This resolution says we are amending it to the following. Section 9 of this agreement is hereby replaced with the following new Section 9. Executive Board. The territory shall have an executive board consisting of 5 representatives, with 1 represented coming from the geographic area covering Tri-Township as trustee, 2 representatives from the remaining 2 township areas elected to Tri-Township Advisory Board covering the former geographic areas of Tippecanoe Township, Madison Township, or Deer Creek Township, provided the trustee is not already from one of those areas, respectively. So that's 3. The executive of the city of Delphi and the Delphi City Clerk Treasurer. all meetings of the executive board shall comply with provisions of an open door law in Indiana. The executive board shall have the authority provided in this agreement and shall review the budget and advise the provider unit on all fiscal matters. Clear as mud. Anyone have questions before I continue?
Who are they gonna be now?
Okay, so what this is saying, instead of the 3 trustees,
Yeah,
we now have 1 trustee,
yeah,
but we need equal representation on the fire territory board.
right.
Okay, so what that means is whoever the trustee is covers they cover their township wherever they are from. So, an example, January of 26, I, as trustee, will be representing Deer Creek Township. And then we need representatives, elected representatives, from the other 2 geographical townships, right? Because our township lines individually did not change. So then that means Deer Creek's taken care of because the trustee is from Deer Creek. The other 2 townships, well, whoever the advisory board member covering those townships is then the executive board members for the fire territory board. So
So that's me.
that's
Yeah.
you from Madison.
Yep.
He gets to sit out unless I can't make it, and then it's on you. And then Marcia is representing Tippecanoe Township. So it's meeting every month. Budgets, equipment, things like that. So, any other questions on what I've read so far? Okay, so number 3, the following additional changes shall be made. Because the territory agreement is pretty long, we were focused on number 9 with the executive board representation. There's a couple other little things in it. So, A, conforming grammatical changes shall be made throughout to reference to the term townships to reflect the changes from the plural to singular township. It's no longer 3 townships. We have merged. It is now tri-township. No S. B, the preamble shall be modified to reflect the merger of the original township units into a merged unit. So at the beginning of the agreement, it says, it lists the 3 townships. That will be changed according to B into tri-township. C, any other non-material, grammatical, or clerical changes needed to accurately reflect the member composition of the territory will be made. Dated, so approved by the Delphi Tri-Township Fire Territory Board. Okay.
Did yours actually have A, B, and C, and ours has G, H, and I?
Yes, because these,
JKL.
yeah, so
Oh.
it started with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. So
Oh, okay.
it's because it's one big
Right.
resolution. So that's what I've got. So in that, is there any questions? Did you get a chance to read over?
Here's my,
I know.
And that resolution number would be what the merged one is, or it'll be ours?
No, this
So we
would
need
be
to come
ours.
up with a number.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it clarified.
Okay.
So this would be whatever is after.
It might, no, hang on.
It may not be.
It,
3 or.
Because we're signing it as a.
yeah,
as
it's
a
your
board.
boards. So it would be your board.
So how-
Your board number one.
So this one comes out.
It's cold.
Yes, so you guys had the same things. So, okay.
Although it should be.
Is
All 3 of us supposed to be signing this
The
one.
old, the old township.
the old township boards, sign each one that is in front of you. I have the merged one up here. When you guys are done, I will pass the merged one around. We need, hang on, sorry.
Yeah, you need,
I move to accept the
yep.
resolution.
Do we need to do it each township or one big?
Probably each township. So, I'm gonna,
Same thing.
I'll let each township do their own motion in seconds.
On the second.
I was really hoping you were, because you're going to accept.
All in favor, is there any discussion on,
And then we need a second.
Marcia gets to text.
all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the
Okay,
same.
we're done.
Motion carries.
So let me guess, we gotta do one for them too.
Do the same thing for me.
We gotta get a motion for the new board.
Because it is the form board.
Gotcha.
And then we're,
We've got 4 meetings.
I couldn't say May on that because then I think
Over here, they come over.
No.
You get the papers for that? I need to go through the sign.
November is completed as of 4 a.m.
Okay.
Charges
So-
that you're doing
Yeah,
and.
that was
We
it.
made a motion, second,
You
later
guys
on.
go.
Yeah, I was not.
Especially after the other.
And then that a little signature.
Not bad.
So you're carrying boxes down.
It's okay, I have a
Most
question.
of them are real heavy, but just
Marcia,
up and go
on this one,
downstairs,
it's
narrow
gonna be
stairs, you're supposed to keep it, not fall down.
I've been there.
Sign it because-
Usually at main kids.
because
Well,
we're-
see, cause
No
school,
We did have
because they
our-
still
our
late,
meeting date
and
and
then they
sign it.
no longer have,
You turn it over,
they
this is for
used
the
to
Dry
have,
Township Fire
if
District.
they come up there and do it.
I think that's what
He sent that for all of us.
That organization just.
That's what we talked about in the meeting, because we all voted for the meeting. So will David then,
And she couldn't get the kids, they were like, kids come.
I see the late school 2 hours, and so that's when they're
I
supposed to
think
be
is
here.
how we talked about it, and- or I can call
Because the
Jessica,
combination
if it was fine.
So did it
So someone's
already
gotta
pass
really
the,
work on that next
We
year.
voted to
We voted to pass it to change what needed changed.
but we didn't have
the mayor and everybody did?
Mayor was not that day, but the clerk was, and their attorney was, their attorney's assistant was on.
But we didn't have this written up, that's why we didn't have it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw her.
This is the only
in-
time we're gonna do it.
Yeah, this is the point of signing it, because we had our boards there.
This is what you take to the
Mhm.
Yeah.
city.
So we're almost done, hang with me for a couple more minutes and we'll have it all sorted out.
I'm almost there.
Our youngest ones were the last one.
I have, the last things I have is September, that's not right. That's the last time.
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the last one I had, but I didn't know if you had a number for the one that we signed.
It's
merger
what's
one.
up in school anyways.
So we didn't sign it, we didn't sign it, this is the one we're signing.
You did?
No, we.
On the
We
other.
signed one for the
Our
merger.
joint meeting,
Yeah.
each of us had to sign.
Each
Each of us
other.
And they're going about some drivers retiring, so.
How they doing it? Because they was having problems getting it.
I told them, I said, get down lunch ladies, do that for dinner, I'll do the one, or get my insurance paid for.
We would have to because Jeff took it with.
I don't need a very big check, I just want the insurance covered.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So that would be 8.
That's too bad. I know they fight to get people.
I have 7 in
Carl
here,
Mays is driving.
so that would be, which is, let me see what this is.
Yeah.
Should be the tax, this is the tax rate, so it would have to be 9.
I think so.
So this would have to be 9.
Oh, you kick him right out of
Right.
the.
Last one, I can measure her all.
They're pretty hard.
The first one would be the,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
The
I
eight.
know.
Yeah.
Something.
right, so that would be.
That would be
so
9.
Right.
That would be 9.
I remember how Gene Jennings.
I think
Jennings.
not.
Much more.
Okay.
I have a
You set your
question.
seat and-
Yeah.
When we do the annual reports,
Yeah, you could get smacked.
do they need to come to vote on it? Like, so we can finish our minute, like she's writing these minutes, but we're not
I
gonna.
can get my nerves.
I think that we would just take, I don't know, maybe we might take those meetings and vote on them as merged towns. I don't know, I don't have an answer for that, so I'll write the question down.
Jeff, yeah,
You got,
because that's supposedly they'll be on balls.
yeah, because those positions won't exist anymore.
Here, Dwayne.
Actually, get it done, so we just have the meeting recruit on report. Still the same report.
Now, do we want to have our annual report before December
Bruce
ends?
is at the,
Man, I'd like it. I wonder if we can, honestly.
That would be nice.
His,
And you know what else?
they have
Today,
his
of all
wife is
days.
driving the short bus.
Hey, Marcia, I need your signature on the back of this one, please. Yep, that was
Oh, is this
the name.
I probably got in trouble now, I probably should
Mine and
have
mine.
loaded him in my car and taken him home.
I wonder.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's not crowded, just keep walking.
Dwayne needs a number on his.
Uh-huh.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Okay, this is the merged board.
He needs a number on his.
Yep, I know, they're gonna give it to me.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wait,
merged.
this one.
Here's one.
There's another one. And this one is, we didn't use. This was something.
Okay, let me sort these out, make sure I have everyone's signatures before I have to track you down.
There's just, find a new way to get in there. Well, I mean, there's gotta be something, you know, you can't just have them condensed that, some way.
He moves some, he keeps it up, he moves, I have to sit behind his, you know, keeps.
Well, I remember,
around,
yeah.
this,
Well,
this,
even when I was in
this,
school,
this,
if you acted up, you went to the seat right behind the bus driver,
Well, as long
you
as you
know,
don't
sit there.
see-
Won't do that anymore or whatever, but yeah, that's just the way it was.
You take you guys home for that.
There's a blue one.
Bob Stevens and Wilson. Wilson's real brother. Who's his little brother?
I don't remember his name, I don't remember.
Oh, he.
What was he?
I had a kid.
That's why she's gonna find out if we can have our annual report before the end of the year.
We went to Southwestern.
Then we just-
Bus driver couldn't see him. He's crawling under the seats from the front of the bus.
Okay, I think
He came up.
we have done all of the resolutions. We have signed them, we have voted, we have seconded, we have talked as much as we want to talk about them. Is there any new business before I adjourn the meeting? I have just some reminders at the end of the meeting, but if we are done, I need a vote to adjourn.
I moved it during the meeting.
Well, I have a question.
Oh.
What was your question?
Tabled.
Well, yeah, on the annual report,
Mhm.
we do have that at the end of the year.
Yep, we all have to do our annual reports at the end of the year.
But you have, I was talking about the minutes, but if we had. Yeah, to sign the minutes.
I'm gonna email Jeff about it because there's,
But if we have a meeting for the annual report, we'll sign a lot of minutes. Like if we do it, I don't know what the dates are.
I think it's available now.
What day is the last of September, come on, like
The last of September,
September? December.
December.
December, you know what I mean?
I'm checking.
Yeah, the 31st is on a Wednesday,
Okay.
So you need to have that book, you'll have to record.
so we could almost have
So we could all have,
close everything out.
yeah. If it's and it might not be. They might not allow you to do that until. I'll have to look. I'll ask Jeff about the statutes.
Yeah, because do they open that up?
Maybe not.
The annual report?
I don't know. So, but I'll ask about those things, and then we'll go from there. But if the discussion on the current resolutions are done, we had a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Okay. Beth Zink seconded the motion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, the same. Meeting is adjourned at 1:11 on December 10th.